Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something. When you walk into a room with your head held high and your spirit unshaken, they feel it. Oh, they feel it. They might not say it out loud, but deep down they fear you. And you know why? It's because you refuse to apologize for who you are. They fear the fire in your eyes, the power in your steps, and the way you don't ask for permission to be great. See, people get uncomfortable when they can't figure you out, when your confidence doesn't need their validation and your dreams don't fit inside their small minds. They fear your work ethic because they see you grinding when they're resting. They fear your resilience because you keep standing when life knocks you down. And oh, when you rise higher than they ever thought you could. That's when the whispers start. That's when the doubt and the envy come creeping in. Don't shrink yourself to make them feel safe. You weren't born to live small. You were born to stand tall, to shine bright, to show what's possible. Let them fear you. Because their fear isn't about you. It's about the mirror you hold up to their own insecurities. Keep moving, keep growing, and keep believing in that voice inside you that says, you've got this, because the truth is they fear you not because you're weak, but because you're strong. They fear you not because you're lost, but because you found your way. So walk with purpose, speak with conviction, and live with a passion so fierce that it shakes the ground beneath you. And when they ask, why do you think they fear you, smile and let your actions be the answer. Confidence and purpose are forces that command attention, often without requiring a single word. When someone moves through life with a deep sense of purpose, it radiates from them like an unspoken language. You can see it in the way they walk steady, deliberate, and without hesitation. It's in their gaze, focused and unwavering, as though they're looking past the moment and into the future they're determined to create. That kind of energy is magnetic to some, but it's intimidating to others. Why? Because it's rare. Most people go through life unsure of themselves, second-guessing every decision, and waiting for permission to chase their dreams. They live in the shadows of uncertainty, caught in a cycle of doubt and fear. When they see someone with confidence and a sense of purpose, it disrupts their understanding of what's possible. It challenges them to reflect on their own insecurities, their own lack of direction, and their own unfulfilled potential. That reflection is uncomfortable, and instead of using it as motivation, many choose to resent the person who triggered it. Confidence isn't just about being bold or outspoken. It's about knowing who you are and standing firmly in that truth. When you know who you are, the world can't shake you. People will question you, criticize you, and try to bring you down, but their words hold no power when your confidence is rooted in purpose. Purpose is what gives confidence its depth. It's not arrogance or bravado, it's the quiet assurance that you are walking in alignment with something bigger than yourself. When someone moves with purpose, they don't waste energy on distractions. Their focus is sharp, their actions intentional, and their goals clear. That level of clarity is intimidating because it's rare. Many people don't have a clear sense of direction. They're drifting, going wherever life takes them. But someone with purpose is different. They're not waiting for life to happen to them. They're making life happen. And that's where the fear comes in. People fear what they don't understand, and confidence paired with purpose is often misunderstood. It's not about being better than anyone else. It's about being better than you were yesterday. But to an outsider, that growth can look like competition. They see your progress and feel left behind. They see your discipline and feel exposed. They see your drive and feel inadequate. It's not that you're trying to outshine anyone, but your light has a way of making others question why they're still standing in the dark. Purpose-driven confidence also has an aura of unpredictability. People like predictability because it feels safe. But someone with a strong sense of purpose doesn't fit neatly into a box. They challenge the norms, push boundaries, and refuse to settle. They don't wait for approval or follow the crowd. Instead, they create their own path. And that kind of independence is both admirable and threatening. It makes others wonder why they've been following the rules all along. There's also a sense of power that comes with confidence and purpose and power can be unsettling. It's not the kind of power that dominates or controls, it's the power of self-assurance. It's knowing that you don't need to compete with anyone because you're running your own race. It's the power of resilience, of getting back up every time you fall. It's the power of persistence, of working quietly while others doubt you, only to emerge stronger and more capable than ever. But perhaps the most intimidating aspect of confidence and purpose is the sense of freedom it brings. When you're confident in yourself and clear about your purpose, you're not tied down by the opinions of others. You don't need their approval, their praise, or their permission. You're free to be unapologetically you. And that kind of freedom is rare in a world where so many people feel trapped by fear, doubt, and the need for validation. This freedom, this confidence, this purpose is what sets you apart. It's what makes you stand out, even when you're not trying to. And it's what others fear. Not because it harms them, but because it reminds them of the greatness they could achieve if only they had the courage to believe in themselves. Confidence and purpose aren't just qualities, they're a way of being. And when you embody them, you become a force to be reckoned with. Unapologetic authenticity is one of the most powerful forces a person can wield. Yet it is often met with resistance, confusion, and even fear from those around them. When you live authentically, when you show up as your true self without pretense or apology, you immediately become a presence that others cannot ignore. It's a level of courage that few are willing to tap into because it forces others to confront their own facades. In a world where so many people are trying to be something they're not, to fit into molds that were never made for them, unapologetic authenticity shines a light that others may not be ready to face. Living authentically means living without the need for approval. It means rejecting the pressure to conform to societal expectations or to fit into a box that was never meant for you. It's the decision to honor your own truth, even when it's uncomfortable for others to witness. It's about saying, this is who I am, and I don't need to justify it to anyone. That level of self-acceptance is rare because society often pushes us to be something different, to present an image that is more palatable, more likable, or more marketable. But when you decide to live authentically, you strip away all of those layers and stand before the world in your rawest form. This type of authenticity can be intimidating. It's a challenge to the status quo, to the people who have spent their entire lives molding themselves into a version of what they think others want to see. When someone lives without apology, without self-doubt or shame, it forces those around them to reckon with the fact that they may be hiding parts of themselves. It exposes the discomfort they feel in not living fully, authentically, and unapologetically. It forces a mirror to be held up to their lives, and that reflection can be painful. But living authentically doesn't just require courage, it requires strength. It's not easy to stand firm in your truth when the world constantly tells you that your truth is not enough, that your voice is too loud or too quiet, that your ideas are too radical or too unconventional. It's difficult to remain grounded when you know that your authentic self is likely to challenge people's perceptions and expectations. You'll face criticism, rejection, and judgment, all of which are natural responses to the discomfort of encountering someone who is living without apology. And yet, authenticity is never about pleasing others. It's about pleasing yourself, living in alignment with your values and honoring your own path. When you embrace unapologetic authenticity, you are freed from the fear of judgment. The people who will struggle with your authenticity are often the ones who feel they can't afford to be themselves. They've spent so much time crafting a persona, a version of themselves that they believe will be accepted, that they've lost sight of who they really are. To witness someone living without fear of judgment, without the need for validation, can be both awe-inspiring and unsettling for them. But here's the thing, when you show up as your true self, you attract the people who are meant to be in your life. The ones who will appreciate you for who you are, not for who you pretend to be. Unapologetic authenticity doesn't just change how others see you, it changes how you see yourself. It builds a solid foundation of self-respect that allows you to walk through the world with your head held high, knowing that you are enough just as you are. It's important to understand that living authentically isn't about being reckless or careless with your words or actions. It's not about being disrespectful or deliberately provocative. Authenticity is about being true to your own values and beliefs while still being considerate and compassionate towards others. It's the alignment of your inner truth with your outer expression. It's about honoring your unique qualities, your quirks, and your passions without the need for others to approve or validate them. There is also a power in vulnerability when it comes to unapologetic authenticity. It's the courage to show the world the parts of yourself that are imperfect, raw, and unpolished. It's saying, I am not perfect, and I don't need to be, but I am real, and that is enough. That vulnerability opens doors to deeper connections with others. It creates space for others to step into their own truth and find the courage to live authentically as well. Unapologetic authenticity also breeds self-confidence. When you stop apologizing for who you are, you stop doubting your worth. The constant need for approval and acceptance begins to fade as you realize that your worth is not tied to anyone else's opinion of you. You begin to see yourself as enough, exactly as you are. And this inner peace radiates outward. People notice that calm assurance, and they are drawn to it. Authenticity is magnetic. In a world where so many people feel compelled to fit in, to adhere to prescribed norms, and to wear masks that conceal their true selves, unapologetic authenticity becomes a rare gift. It is an invitation for others to embrace their own truths, to break free from the constraints of societal expectations, and to step into the fullness of who they are meant to be. And while it may make others uncomfortable, it is a discomfort that sparks growth, awareness, and ultimately the courage to live more freely and authentically themselves. Hard work and resilience are often the quiet forces that push individuals past their limits and help them achieve what others deem impossible. These two qualities are intertwined, like roots of a tree that keep it grounded even through the fiercest storms. Hard work is the engine that powers a dream, but resilience is what keeps that engine running when the road gets tough and the obstacles seem insurmountable. There's a particular strength that comes from having both an unwavering commitment to do the work combined with the ability to bounce back from setbacks. Most people understand the concept of hard work, at least on the surface level. It's the daily grind, the late nights, the sacrifices made to reach a goal. But hard work is not just about putting in the hours, it's about consistency. It's about doing what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it. It's about showing up day after day, even when the results aren't immediate and the reward seems far away. Hard work is a silent commitment to your dreams, an understanding that success is not handed to you, but earned through persistent effort and dedication. It's not just about working hard, it's about working smart. Hard work can be draining if it's not focused and aligned with your goals. It's not just about putting in the time, but about putting in the right kind of effort. It's about identifying what truly matters and dedicating your energy to that. It's about constantly evaluating your progress and adjusting your approach when necessary. Hard work is not about working yourself into the ground. It's about finding the balance between effort and rest, between pushing yourself and knowing when to step back and recharge. But no matter how hard you work, there will be moments when things don't go according to plan. Life has a way of throwing curveballs when you least expect it, whether it's a failed project, a rejection, or an unexpected setback. This is where resilience comes into play. Resilience is the ability to get up when you've been knocked down. It's the capacity to face adversity with courage and determination, to adapt and grow stronger after every challenge. Resilience is not about avoiding failure, it's about embracing it as a part of the journey. Every successful person has faced some form of failure, some sort of obstacle that seemed insurmountable at the time. But what separates those who succeed from those who give up is their ability to bounce back. Resilience means that failure doesn't define you, it refines you. It's the strength to keep going even when the outcome is uncertain. It's the willingness to try again, even when the past attempts have been less than successful. Resilience is what allows you to see setbacks as opportunities to learn, to grow, and to improve. People who are resilient understand that the road to success is not a straight line. There will be ups and downs, twists and turns, moments when the journey seems impossible. But resilience keeps you moving forward. It's the belief that no matter how many times you fall, there's always a way to rise again. It's about finding the strength within yourself to keep going, even when it feels like the weight of the world is on your shoulders. The true power of resilience lies in its ability to transform adversity into an advantage. Every hardship you face gives you a lesson, a piece of wisdom that you didn't have before. It's like building muscle. The more you push yourself, the stronger you become. Each failure, each setback makes you more capable of handling the next challenge. Over time, resilience becomes a habit, a part of who you are. It's no longer about overcoming obstacles. It's about understanding that obstacles are a natural part of the journey and that you are fully equipped to face them. Hard work and resilience are not just about reaching the destination. They are about the person you become in the process. It's the growth, the transformation that happens when you push yourself beyond what you thought was possible. It's about looking at your challenges and saying, I am not afraid of you. I will rise above you. It's about turning every obstacle into an opportunity for growth and refusing to let failure define your worth or your future. The most successful individuals aren't those who never face adversity. They are the ones who face it head on and come out stronger on the other side. They understand that hard work is not a guarantee of immediate success, but it is the foundation on which success is built. And they know that resilience is the key to weathering the storms along the way. When you combine hard work with resilience, there's nothing that can stop you. It's the ultimate combination for achieving your dreams, no matter how impossible they may seem. Faith and inner strength are the invisible forces that keep you grounded when everything around you feels like it's falling apart. Faith is the belief in something greater than yourself, something that transcends the immediate circumstances and the visible challenges. It's the knowing deep down that no matter how hard life gets, there's a purpose to the struggle and a lesson to be learned in every moment. Inner strength, on the other hand, is the resilience that comes from within, the quiet courage that enables you to keep moving forward, even when the path ahead seems unclear or insurmountable. Together, faith and inner strength create a foundation that supports you through the toughest times and helps you navigate the storms of life with grace and perseverance. Faith is not always about religion, though it can be. It's more about trust in yourself, trust in the process, and trust in the greater plan that unfolds in your life. It's the understanding that even when you can't see the way forward, there is a force at work that is guiding you, that is rooting for you, and that has already set things in motion for your ultimate good. This kind of faith doesn't need evidence or proof. It simply requires belief. Faith is the belief that even in your darkest moments, there is something greater pulling you through. Having faith doesn't mean you won't face difficulties, nor does it promise an easy road. In fact, it's often in the hardest times that faith becomes most powerful. It's when everything feels uncertain and when doubt creeps in that faith is tested and strengthened. Faith is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it becomes. In moments of hardship, faith is what enables you to see beyond the struggle, beyond the pain, and focus on the bigger picture. It reminds you that setbacks are not failures, but opportunities to grow, learn, and evolve. Faith also provides you with the strength to keep going when others might quit. When the journey is long and the progress seems slow, faith tells you to keep putting one foot in front of the other, even when you can't see the end. It's the belief that if you keep moving forward, even at a snail's pace, the universe will meet you halfway. Faith is what gives you the courage to trust in your own journey, even when the world around you questions your path. But faith alone isn't enough. You also need inner strength, the kind of strength that is not dependent on external circumstances. Inner strength is something that comes from deep within you, something that no one can take away. It's the quiet resilience that enables you to persevere through adversity, the unwavering determination that helps you continue even when everything seems stacked against you. Inner strength is built on the foundation of self-belief, self-discipline, and the ability to adapt in the face of difficulty. Inner strength doesn't mean you're immune to pain or hardship. It means that when life knocks you down, you have the ability to get back up. It's the refusal to stay down, to wallow in defeat, or to let life's challenges break you. Inner strength is about digging deep, finding the reserves of courage and willpower you didn't know you had, and using them to push forward. It's the part of you that says, I will not be defeated even when every ounce of your being wants to give up. Inner strength comes from understanding that you have the power to shape your own reality. It's the belief that no matter how many times you fall, you are capable of rising again. It's a mindset that sees setbacks as temporary, as stepping stones rather than stumbling blocks. With inner strength, you refuse to let your circumstances define you. You understand that you are not the sum of your failures or your struggles. You are the sum of your resilience, your capacity to learn, and your ability to grow stronger with each challenge. Faith and inner strength are what allow you to navigate life's toughest trials. Faith gives you the trust and the hope to keep moving forward when everything seems uncertain. And inner strength provides you with the grit and determination to actually make it happen. They are two sides of the same coin. Faith is the belief that you can overcome, and inner strength is the power that helps you do it. In moments of struggle, faith and inner strength are what help you rise above the fear, the doubt, and the uncertainty. They are the reminders that you are capable of more than you think. They encourage you to keep going, to keep fighting, and to keep believing in yourself, even when the world may not. Together, they create an unshakable foundation that empowers you to face life's challenges with courage and resilience, knowing that no matter what, you have the strength within you to get through. Unstoppable growth is the essence of progress. It's the continuous evolution of a person, a mindset, or a journey that refuses to be stunted by setbacks or obstacles. It's about embracing change and pushing beyond the limits you once believed defined you. True growth isn't just about acquiring new skills or information. It's about expanding your understanding of what you're capable of and challenging yourself to become better each day. This type of growth is relentless, driven by the belief that you are never finished, that there's always more to learn, more to experience, and more to achieve. When you embrace unstoppable growth, you let go of the idea that you've reached your peak, that you've mastered everything there is to master. Instead, you see yourself as a work in progress, constantly evolving, improving, and refining. This mindset doesn't just apply to professional success. It permeates every aspect of your life, from your personal relationships to your emotional well-being, and even your spiritual journey. Unstoppable growth means refusing to become complacent or comfortable with mediocrity. It's about always striving for better, even when things are going well. The beauty of unstoppable growth is that it's a choice. It's a decision to keep moving forward, regardless of how challenging the path may seem. It's the understanding that growth doesn't happen overnight, and that the journey is often longer than expected. But in that journey, every step, whether forward or backward, brings you closer to who you are meant to be. And with each step, you gain a little more strength, a little more wisdom, and a little more resilience. Growth, when it's unstoppable, becomes a way of life. The key to this kind of growth is the willingness to face discomfort head on. Growth never happens in comfort zones. When you push yourself beyond what's familiar and challenge your old beliefs and limitations, that's when real change occurs. It requires vulnerability, the willingness to fail, to fall, and to rise again. Unstoppable growth happens when you stop seeking perfection and start embracing the process of learning and evolving. It's about seeing failures as opportunities for growth, not as evidence of your shortcomings. As you pursue this growth, you learn to become more adaptable. You start seeing challenges not as roadblocks, but as opportunities to expand your capabilities. The path may not always be straight, and there may be moments where you stumble or feel lost. But the mindset of unstoppable growth ensures that you don't stay down for long. Each mistake becomes a stepping stone toward greater understanding. Each setback is a lesson in resilience. What fuels unstoppable growth is a hunger for improvement and inner drive that never lets you settle. It's about having a clear vision of what you want to achieve, coupled with the determination to make it happen. When you are committed to growth, you're never satisfied with the status quo. You seek progress, even in the smallest increments. You understand that every day is an opportunity to learn something new, to improve on what you did yesterday, and to refine your skills and character. Unstoppable growth also requires an openness to change, both within yourself and in the world around you. It's about shedding old habits and mindsets that no longer serve you, even if they've been a part of you for years. Letting go of what no longer works can be difficult, but it's essential for growth. You can't move forward if you're still holding on to things that are holding you back. Whether it's a negative belief, an unhealthy pattern, or limiting behavior, unstoppable growth means having the courage to release what's no longer serving your higher purpose. At the core of unstoppable growth is a belief in your potential. It's the unwavering conviction that you are capable of achieving more than you've ever imagined. When you believe in your ability to grow, you stop measuring yourself against others. You understand that your journey is your own, and you don't need to compare your progress to anyone else's. You learn to celebrate your own victories, no matter how small, and use them as fuel to propel yourself further along the path of growth. Unstoppable growth is about being present in the moment while always striving for more. It's not about waiting for the right time or perfect conditions to act. Instead, it's about making the most of every opportunity, every experience, and every lesson life offers. Growth happens in the action, in the doing, not in the waiting. It's about moving forward even when the conditions aren't ideal, trusting that each step you take is one step closer to who you are meant to become. What truly sets unstoppable growth apart is its long-term focus. It's not about instant results or overnight success. It's about the steady accumulation of effort, learning, and improvement that leads to transformation. Growth doesn't happen in bursts, it happens consistently over time, and it builds momentum. Once you adopt a mindset of unstoppable growth, it's almost as if your progress becomes inevitable. You may not see the immediate results, but you trust the process, knowing that if you stay committed, the rewards will come. And as you continue on this journey of growth, you inspire others to do the same. Your progress, your resilience, and your determination to keep evolving serve as a beacon for those around you. Unstoppable growth isn't just personal, it's contagious. When you live with a growth mindset, you create an environment where others feel empowered to grow as well. Your commitment to becoming the best version of yourself encourages others to step into their own greatness and take their own journeys of transformation.